You know, I've mentioned this on a couple different videos that I've done here and there, but as much as I like to make fun of TV shows or whatever, like really, it just comes from a place of like deep embarrassment that I was actually like really into some of these shows when they were on, you know? Glee, Gossip Girl, like there was a few out there that I watched all the way through, and only now looking back do I realize that that was just like a whole lot of time I wasted. Now, some of these shows still have some merit, I guess, like in their own ways or whatever, but there was a show from 2008 to 2013 that I was really into, and I have no idea why. The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Like, just by its title alone, it gives you this impression that it's like a real, uncensored look at what's really going on in our high schools. You know, kind of like a proto 13 Reasons Why or whatever, right? But let me tell you, if there was an award for the least realistic depiction of a high school kid, or just high school in general, this show would win every time. You are not ready for this. So the show starts out with our main character, Amy, on her first day of high school.
We saw him.
Who? Mark Molina.
The new counselor? The new single delicious counselor?
Oh, jeez, well, just coming right out the gate with something like that, huh?
Oh? That's it? You've got something more exciting than Mark Molina.
I had sex.
Well, according to the United States sex education curriculum, you now have AIDS, gonorrhea, the flu, a toothache, and you will die in 7 days. So good job. Hope it was worth it just to open the old devil's coin purse. But of course, that's not all. She then tells him the big secret that you've probably already guessed.
I can't believe you didn't tell us.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah, well, why are you telling us now?
No.
That's right. I'm pregnant. Anyway, it's time to go to class, so Amy decides to walk by Ricky, this guy here, but I mean, it's not like I'm doing this on purpose or anything. I didn't even know you were there, okay?
Oh, hey, you. It's Amy, right? I'm just messing with you, kid. You don't think I could ever forget the night we spent together at band camp, do you?
What? So Ricky's supposed to be like this player guy who gets all the girls, but like, how? How does this dude not just get laughed out of school? I mean, okay, just imagine this is happening to you for a second.
You don't think I could ever forget the night we spent together at band camp, do you?
How can I forget that night at band camp? Like I said earlier, I watched this show when it was on, but this is the first time I've watched it since then. And like, wow, Ricky was just like a total creep. Like, not even just your typical like douchebag or whatever, but just straight up like, how did this guy get any girl ever? Like, I just watched this scene, okay?
When are you gonna quit teasing me, Adrian? I'm hurting here. Past 2 nights have almost killed me. I can't take the stop and go, especially the stop.
What was this show? Come on, Adrian. I'm dying over here. This was a real show, okay? This pilot got picked up for 5 seasons. I mean, follow your dreams, kids. Then we meet Grace, the goody two-shoes Christian girl who invites them to her church for like a little party dance thing after the football game they have coming up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have interrupted. I saw the two of you over here and thought maybe you were going to the game together, and I wanted to invite you both to the youth fellowship hall at our church for a post-game celebration. There won't be a sermon, I promise. Just music, dancing.
Well, I was thinking of going, but then you said dancing like that, and now suddenly I have like 12 other things to do, so don't ever talk to me again. Anyway, after this, we're introduced to Ben, who is only slightly less annoying than Ricky. Now, Ben is 15, and that of course means he's a man now, I guess. And he decides to join the band so he can, well, you know what, actually, let's just let him explain it.
Just tell me why you want in the band.
I've been rejected by the French horn player, a certain Amy something or other. Therefore, I've decided that I'm in love with her and cannot live without her.
I'll find you after I've set up the meeting.
I'll look forward to it. Oh, could I have a condom?
For what?
You're gonna need to know what a condom's for if you're gonna make it at this job, Mark.
You You know, in these videos I do here on this channel, like one thing I find myself saying over and over again is how the shows are the furthest thing from realistically portraying a high school or whatever, right? I mean, like, we're all aware of that, no secret. But I mean, like, I remember seeing those like after school PSAs or whatever from like the 70s, and they were way more realistic than this show. Like seriously, no joke here. What is this show even trying to be? Hello, Mr. Counselor. I'd like to join the band because I am in love with a swell dame and I want to make the sex. Please give me a condom because I am a responsible teenager. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to harp on the acting itself. I mean, just like the way the show was written is just, what? Also, can we just appreciate for a second that this counselor looks younger than Ben? I mean, like, the casting in this show is just all over the place. Now later, Amy's home and just about to tell her parents something important, and we know it's important because you got that single violin just cutting right in there.
Can I talk to the two of you alone?
It must be serious. She's sitting down. Why do you want face, sweetheart?
But before she can let it out, Ben calls her up and asks her out to the church party thing. So anyway, after the big game, which I assume they won, we find all our main characters at the church. And Amy's there, of course, with Ben.
You sure you don't want anything?
Oh, no thank you.
Thanks for coming out with me tonight. My dad's quite the driver, huh? You know, I've been training him to keep his eyes off the rearview mirror so we could have a little privacy. This is kind of my first date.
You don't say! But let me tell you, kids, if you thought things were awkward now, just you wait.
Am I making you nervous with all my nervousness? Because I'm nervous.
No, I'm okay, really.
I think so too. You're okay, Amy Juergens. Even more than okay.
Oh, guys, I'm dying over here. Somebody just shoot me. Now, Ben goes off to do, I don't know, something else, whatever, not important. And Amy's friends come up with the perfect plan to cover up the pregnancy.
What are you guys doing here?
What are we doing here? What do you think we're doing here? We're spying on you.
Okay, so are you gonna go out with him again?
Yeah, until he finds out I'm pregnant.
So here's what we were thinking.
Okay, you date Ben. You get Ben to fall in love with you. Then you have sex with Ben. Then you tell Ben that you're pregnant. And then you marry Ben. See? Problem solved.
Code red, run for your life, Ben. They're coming for you, code red.
But then, in the end, they all find out who the father really is.
Why are you staring at the drummer?
The drummer's in the band. Anybody who's in the band can go to band camp.
Oh, no. No. Amy, not him, please, no.
Yeah, Amy, come on. You just had to do the old Satan's Mambo with a dude who says, band camp. Come on, Amy, have some self-respect. So yeah, this show is really something else. But mainly the show suffers from the same problems that a lot of these shows do, which is that they're all made by people in their like 40s and 50s or whatever, trying to grasp a hold of what teens are like now. You know, as if teens are just these like mysterious, magical creatures. Like, I don't mean to say that older people are like dumb or whatever, like that's not what I'm saying, but just with this show, and like a lot of other shows to be fair, but this show in particular, it portrays high school like how a parent who watches only local news and maybe like chaperoned homecoming once, maybe, would think a high school is like. I mean, to be fair, I've been out of high school for like 12 years, so I get that me saying this is a little ironic. But even I can tell you that at the very least, high school is not this. Hey, guess what? This video is brought to you by Audible. Audible is the world's largest provider of audiobooks, original audio shows, comedy albums, news, and just a whole bunch of stuff. If you sign up using my link at audible.com/AlexMyers, or if you text Alex Myers to 500-500, you can get a free 30-day trial membership that comes with a free audiobook just for signing up. Being a member gets you a whole bunch of perks, like you get 1 free audiobook per month, you get exclusive sales, 30% off regular audiobooks anyway. Like really, this membership kind of pays for itself. And when you download an audiobook with Audible, it's yours to keep forever. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's summertime and people are gonna be going out to the beach, they're going hiking, jogging, going to the gym, like a whole bunch of stuff, right? And let me tell you, audiobooks are by far the best way to keep your mind occupied while doing other things that might be a little boring on their own. Like for me, I spend a lot of time drawing and animating for these videos, and I always listen to some kind of audiobook or whatever while I'm doing it. Speaking of which, I would personally recommend this book called The Power of Habit. A lot of people ask me how I stay motivated doing YouTube for so long before anybody watched, or how I stayed motivated to work out 3 days a week, every week for like 8 years now, or how I stay motivated to study a new language, or like spend 40 hours a week making a single video. And the simple answer is making something part of your lifestyle instead of just something you kind of sort of have to do, I guess. It makes a world of difference. And this book is great for helping you form habits that will make you a better person. So again, if you sign up at audible.com/AlexMyers or text Alex Myers to 500-500, you can get The Power of Habit for free to keep with your 30-day trial. The link is down below, so please check it out. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. You know, one thing that I kind of touched on a little bit in the video and I kind of want to dig into a little bit more here. When I do these videos, like I'm not criticizing the actors necessarily, especially because it's like a pilot episode. And like, you know, the pilot episode's like, it's always kind of rough and like there's not a lot of chemistry between the actors yet. And like, it's all kind of new and fresh. And so the acting isn't really like there necessarily. And that's one thing that I'm not necessarily talking about the acting itself. Although I mean, sometimes if it's just like really over the top, then maybe I will. But the main thing I try to focus on with these videos is like the writing and the presentation and like what the characters are doing. Like, because the thing about like TV shows and movies and stuff, and like, you know, I mean, YouTube is a very concentrated version or example of this, is like editing and like audio engineering and these types of things can really make or break a show. Like you could have a great actor, but if the director's not so good, if the writing's not so good, if the editing is really sloppy, then you know the best actor can't save a TV show or a movie that's poorly like done in post-production. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, pull that lever, whatever it is. Follow my dog Charlie on Instagram, Charlie Meets Pumpkin. Follow me on Twitter. I try to reply to everything that I get, so if you have a suggestion for a TV show or you just want to say hi or call me a sellout, whatever it is, you know, go ahead and send me a message. YouTube has this thing now where like the merch is like directly on the page, I guess. Like I haven't really seen it myself, but I set it up. So, you know, if you're interested, buy some official channel merch that's sort of agnostic to the videos that I'm doing. So, you know, if you want a big old what face on your chest, I guess it's there for you. Anyway, above all else, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.